answers.com. Pardon me. So today's session is all about manifesting what you want in life. And the title of it is Misconceptions to Manifesting What You Want in Life, How to Be a Wizard in the Real World. This is part 3 of part 5. It's been on my Facebook Live page, my personal page. So you can friend me if you like and see those. It's also been on our Beyond Limits with Ralph Haven's YouTube page. So you can look for that. And if you like it and you're interested in more, you can subscribe and share it. And I've got a nice gift for you if you do share it. I'll tell you about that in a little bit. So, you know, I've seen a lot of miracles with Matrix Energetics. And the first 2 parts of this series, this 5-day video training series that I have, Misconceptions about Manifesting What You Want in Life and How to Really Get It, have dealt with how to use magic, how to use Matrix Energetics, how to use that psychoenergetic emotional technique, how to access the magic of the infinite or spirit or God or whatever you want to call that to get real results in the physical world. And I've seen miracles with that. And if you want to go back and watch those videos, it's a really cool way to access that just by putting the video on. And if you wanted to, you could test something real to you, like your neck motion or your shoulder motion before and after the videos, and notice what's different. And then over the day, you could notice what's different in how things are going. I had one client one person on our Miracles, Magic, Healing, and More session yesterday who I worked with, and she emailed me back and said that her phone started ringing, more business. And that was the thing that she wanted. So there can be miracles with this work. And it can show up in a money abundance kind of situation. I had a family I was working with many years ago, back in 2009, I believe, right after I started first taking Matrix Energetics classes. And we were working on helping them clear headaches and neck pain and back pain and knee pain. And it was over Christmas. And a mom and her 2 teenage kids. And we didn't even think we were working on any kind of financial stuff. But after that, she told me that college was unexpectedly paid for, and they were not going to have to bring home the girl who had been away at college, and they could let her continue college. An unexpected grant came in, and her son was going to get his master's program paid for. And it was unexpected, an unexpected windfall of money that they weren't even looking for. So I've seen miracles with this work. The problem, though, is that I've also seen with the 35 Matrix Energetics classes that I've taken over 10 years, going to these classes, you see a lot of the same people. And they can become very big, very good at doing wizard work, with Matrix Energetics, magic, energy work, shifting things. Elbows can rearrange. I have somebody that told me that happened to him in a class. I've seen Jen, my wife, shift a hormonal issue on the spot in like a 2-minute session. I've seen really severe life-threatening conditions go away with a 20-minute session. So I have lots of stories, and I've seen miracles happen. I had one client that saw me for a while, and her husband's company was failing, and a $200-something million thing that looked like it just was not going to happen at all came through. And so I'm not saying that, I caused that, but, I've seen miracles with this kind of work. But the problem is I've also seen people that show up over and over and over again wanting the miracle, like the lotto, like winning the lotto, but they don't get what they want, and their life still isn't doing what they want it to do, and a lot of it has to do with money abundance. And so, for years I was thinking, okay, there's got to be a way to shift this energetically. If we can move a shoulder from here to here with a session, or a significant medical physical condition can change in a moment doing a session, which I've seen all of these things. Shouldn't money be more consistent like that? Like, you have this much money, and then you have an energetic session and you have this much money. But what I was seeing was a lot of people were coming back with still the same life. Life wasn't working for them. And have a quote from one of my coaches. Let me see if I can pull it up. He had a real cool thing on Facebook today, Christian Mickelsen. And I over the years, I've worked with a lot of coaches, a lot of consultants. I remember when my physical therapy business was not doing well in San Diego. I had one part-time therapist, and everything was going down. We were in the red most of the time. And it's like, why am I working? I'm actually paying money every month to work and to support my staff and to support the rent and to support the clients that are getting help. But we were in the red. And so I signed up with a consultant back then in San Diego. They were actually in LA, and I worked with them, and they started turning it around. And over 5 years, I spent $125,000, might have been a little bit more, but they grew my business sixfold. And I grew it to have 5 therapists working for me and doing really well. Got to pay for my house in San Diego. And so, but I had to lay out a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of training and a lot of hardship. And my coach, Christian Mickelsen, one of the coaches I have right now, here's his quote: "Every successful person has a similar story. They get clear on something they wanted, they worked hard for it, they struggled mightily, nearly lost hope and quit, persevered through the hard times, finally achieved modest success, repeated the process with greater challenges to even greater successes." That's from Christian Mickelsen. And I'll leave a link to one of his books, great book that turned around a lot of stuff for me, but I also spent a lot of money with him and a lot of time, and he helped me quite a bit. And so one of the things that I see with people wanting to get a big life and money is a thing with it, we can use the things that we use from the first 2 video sessions, part 1 and part 2 of this series, and you can use it. You can turn it on, you can access it, you can learn to use magic, you can learn to use spirit and energy and shift patterns. And then there's something else. And of course, it's real world action, and it's having a plan. And so today's session is all about that. And so what you can do if you want is play this again and then take your time, and with a pen and paper in a journal or on your computer on a Pages document, Word document, you can write down what it is you truly want and your strategy. Like, what are you actually going to do, right? What are you actually going to do? And then what skills do you not have yet that you could use that would help you get that? So strategy, and then your skills. And write out a whole bunch of skills that would be useful to have. Now, some skills you're going to be probably needing to learn, maybe most of them in the beginning. Some skills you're going to know that somebody else has and they can help you. Especially if you're, looking at doing a lot of big things, you could have coaches that could train you in certain things and help you with your strategy. And then your environment. Who is going to be useful to have around you? Who's going to be useful? Your coaches, your friends, your family. Who are the people that are going to help you? Because who you surround yourself with can make a big difference, right? And then, of course, your internal environment. What are you going to be putting into your body? And of course, that has to do with what news you're watching. If you're just on Facebook all the time or Twitter, or if you're studying and putting good things into your body and good thoughts. So your strategy, your skills that you're going to need, and your environment, both your external environment, your coaches and people you're going to surround yourself with, and your internal environment. What things you put into your ear, into your eyes. Like, who are you surrounding yourself with, and what are you listening to? Isn't that cool? So that's the session for today. It's a lot of homework if you want to do it. It's not a magic bullet. The first 2 sessions that we did with this series are magic bullets. So go back and watch those and access them if you want. And this one is a bit of homework. Like, you can actually do something, right? And come up with what you want, your strategy, your skills, and what kind of environment you're going to put yourself in. Now, if you were to do this, if you actually do this, you're going to run into your own stuff, right? And by your own stuff, I mean your own inner game, because you start putting yourself out there and getting a commitment to yourself that you're going to have this strategy and the skills and this environment, and you're going to start to do something, real world action. What happens is you start to have limiting beliefs and doubts surface because you're pushing the envelope, right? So the next video, number 4, tomorrow, is going to be about what to do when those limiting beliefs and patterns show up. Those doubts. Now, even this session, all of my sessions are encoded with an energetic transmission. So you can be different simply from the chair you're in. So you might notice how today feels. You can even check your shoulder, check your neck, check your back, walk around and see if you're different and see how life looks. I had one client who I saw one time, and he had lots of big plans, big plans. He had a certain dollar amount. That was a lot of dollars amounts that he wanted to achieve for his family, had a new baby coming, and that was his goal. Big life. And but he wasn't doing anything, just wasn't moving things. Things were not, he was procrastinating. He had a certain habit that was really harmful to him and his family, and he wasn't doing much, kind of like, and afterwards, you know, he also had some conditions with a physical condition. And we worked on it and things got better. And but it was one session. I wish we would have been able to have him come in a lot more, actually. But afterwards he's like, yeah, I don't know how much it really shifted me. Da, 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 da. And his wife was like, oh my God, ever since then you started taking all sorts of real action. He started developing a business that he had wanted to do. He started to really study. He started to really do stuff. So but he had kind of missed that maybe the session had something to do with that. His wife didn't miss it. She was like, oh my God, you did the session and then you were like this. So notice what's different even after today's session. If you like this and you want to be part of our contest, I've got a class, Enlighten Up and Get What You Want. It's a master class. It's got lots of bonuses. It's got it's even got a free one-on-one session with me. And if you want that class, for everybody that shares all 5 videos and lets me know, you know, tag me if it's a Facebook post, or email me if it's a YouTube way of sharing. Everybody that shares the 5 posts, I'm going to give away one of those classes. It's a $247 value. It's worth way more than that. Comes with some live calls that are coming up. So go ahead and do that. Let me know when you do it, and let me know what your plan is. Let me know what your plan is. Let me know what skills you need. Let me know what you think about your environment and what you're going to change in that world. And let me know if this is useful. Let me know if there's anything else you need. We've got 2 more of these video sessions for this 5-day group of sessions that I've started. And let me know what you need to help get what you want in your world. All right, everybody. So have a great Monday. Let's get out there and live. Let's really live. Bye now.